everyone, welcome back to 31 Days of Horror!
Hurrah! We are nearly there! We are running towards the goal! We're not quite there, there's still time to fall over and fuck up yet. But
We will do it, we will do it. So, we are back. We have watched a film tonight, and it was a special request.
It was a request! We had a request. There is a follower out there called Thy Monk. Called that because he's very holy. He's a very holy man. Holy man, yeah, like religious. And he requested that we do Wishmaster.
Dun, dun, dun.
Which is really, really good because we both wanted to watch Wishmaster again. If we didn't, we wouldn't have watched it. So fuck you, Monk.
Oh, well done, Monk.
Yeah, well done, Monk. Yeah, well done, Monk.
So, after a recommendation, and when he recommended this to you, then we was like, spot on, we want to watch Wishmaster. It's very dark, but there we go, Wishmaster. So Wishmaster is a late 90s movie. 97, it says on the back. So
I remember renting this when I went on a holiday to America with my parents. And rented
it in America?
In America, it just come out, and I remember renting it where you got, like, from the hotel, you had to get a little DVD out and you could take it to your room. Yeah, they look good. It was like a little, like, they came out in a sleep, you pressed the button and it, like, almost like vended it.
Wow,
yeah, like a
amazing.
vended disc. There you go. So Wishmaster, it's about, well, it's about Genie.
Jin.
Dijin? I think the D silent.
D.
Like
Jin.
in Dijon mustard. No, because you say D in Dijon mustard.
Yeah, it's like Dijon mustard.
So back in ye olden days,
That's the worst thing.
So no,
Right, come on, synopsis.
Genies were made before humans. Basically, it says in this massive voiceover bit at the beginning, voiced by
the guy, the tall man from Phantasm.
Boy Angus Young. No,
that's the guitarist.
AC/DC.
You're out of that.
Angus. Let me tell you a story. So there's a genie about a woman I know. I want to do some AC/DC now. I love AC/DC. There's a genie and he's got like Persia, Egypt.
I think it's Persia or Egypt. Basically,
he grants wishes, and some guy's like, "I want this party to go down in history as something. Oh no, show me sights I've never seen." And my God, he shows you some sights you've never seen. It goes batshit crazy, and then
so it's basically between the real world and hell.
Yeah, and then it kind of all gets,
and that's where the djinn comes
stuck
from.
in a.
Bloodstone.
Bloodstone.
Well, I call it a bloodstone.
How did you get in there? You got in there somehow.
Well, when it's all going batshit crazy in Persia, one of the, I'm assuming, local wizards or something comes with the stone. And basically he gets sucked in.
I don't know if Paul Daniels could handle this. I mean, I need to see some more.
It's probably like David Blaine.
I can't stand David Blaine.
Let me sit in the box.
Look at it.
Louis Geller, bend them.
Darren Brown, he's the one I like. So yeah, and then cut to modern time. Big statue getting off a boat.
Yep.
Falls down because the guy's drunk and squashes someone. Breaks the statue.
Squashes somebody. Squashes Ted.
Oh
Raimi.
Yeah.
All right, not somebody. Squashes Ted. Ted Raimi. He's like been in every horror film for like 5 minutes.
Do you know what?
And he gets killed so often.
And I didn't recognise him until you went as Ted Raimi because I think he's just guy in background in films, isn't he?
He's just like, he's the guy in the background.
He obviously ain't got his brother's money. Let's put it that way.
No. He's like, right, we need someone to do a free job this weekend. Call Ted. Get old Teddy boy in.
He gets squashed. Amulet comes out. Freddy Krueger, old Robert Englund, without the makeup. We wanted it. Doesn't get it. Goes missing. Gets sold to someone. Some woman who looks into stones. She sort of somehow syncs with it. Genie comes out stone and offers you wishes in the same way as the old monkey paw story. Basically, your wish comes true, but it has something sinister with it, and it all culminates in her having to stop him, and that's it. Really, there isn't much more story to it.
Yeah, she blows on the stone, gives it a rub, and then.
You've seen Aladdin.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's a genie story. I mean,
it's the same sort of idea.
So what did you like about this Aladdin, 18 rated Aladdin movie?
Right, what did I like? I really loved the tongue-in-cheekness. I really liked, to me, watching this was so nostalgic. I remember I remember watching this many years ago and having the DVD and buying the Movie Maniacs figure of the Djinn and falling in love with this movie. I love Robert Englund's performance. I love the woman. Can't remember her name. Should be on the back. Tammy Lauren, I believe her name is.
But let's get to the key player.
I loved the design of the Djinn.
Oh, okay.
He looked ace. He's got like armour. It looked like he had like body armour. And his tentacles which grow out the head all wiggling when he talks.
He's almost steampunk before steampunk. It's very near. He isn't steampunk, but you know the way it's kind of got. There's a little bit of mechanics going. Almost a bit alien.
Yeah, a xenomorph. It reminded me a bit like Lord of the Rings, like body armour, like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he's a mean motherfucker.
But Andrew Divoff, who plays the Djinn and also plays I forget when he's in human form, the name of him, but his portrayal of this Djinn is fantastic.
Talk about making a new icon. He made this an icon. He made this guy
own this. Him as the Djinn. And the way he like pronounced his words, like, I'll get you, you fucker.
I'll get you. You're better than me. I'll get you.
I mean, it does sound like Palpatine.
There's a really good bit where he gets. She tells him to. I wish you would shoot yourself in the head. And he shoots himself in the head, and he's like, "If in any constellation, it hurts every time." It's like fuck us. It's brilliant. He's so good.
So he absolutely owns this role, and I think there's about 4 or 5 sequels, and I don't think he's in them all. He may be in the second or
definitely
third.
Up to 3. I'm not
so,
seeing...
but as kind of like the Djinn should have been a horror icon.
Yeah,
you got so much potential with that character to do so much more than what was done. I mean, great film, but I think you could have really had a franchise on hand. I know there is a franchise, but
let me sidebar this for a second. This film, when it came out at the time when it was teen slasher movies. This came out just after Scream. It came out, we've got the urban legend films.
We did last summer. That kind of teeny bopper.
And this is a much more mature, because of even the age of the people in it are a little bit older. I think this just got... I don't know, but I feel like it just got lost in it. So it's like, people don't talk about it.
It's a forgotten gem. People, I suppose if you go,
and it's got all the horror icons in it.
Wes Craven presents, it's got Tony Todd, it's got Kane Hodder, it's got...
The music's by the guy...
Harry Manfredini.
Friday the 13th.
And you can really hear his sound, his signature tunes. Like, there's a lot of, like, jump scare sequences in it, and his music...
Pazuzu statue? Pazuzu?
Yeah, I was watching when that happened. I was like, that's the statue of Exorcist. That's the statue. And you obviously know the name, but I was like, that's the statue of Exorcist. And it's, to us horror fans, watching it was just, it's great.
And it's got kind of like cool. It's the thing to do now to throw in horror icons into films, but it doesn't feel like they were doing this because they wanted to make the fans go, oh. It felt more like they were in it because they were there because of the director and the script, because it's directed by Robert Kurtzman, who is a special effects legend, and the special effects in this, and he's always supported by Greg Nicotero, does all the Walking Dead zombies. These guys have made a bloodbath. This film is gory, and what do I like about it? I like the fact it is dirty, it's dark, it's nasty, and it's gory. But all of that being funny and looking bright, the direction is bright and shiny and confident from this guy who wants to shoot. He doesn't want to hide the gore and the gruesomeness in the shadows. He wants to whack it right out there so you can see it.
It's like in your face.
And there's a few elements where I think he does a bit Clive Barker, where it looks into the crystal and it brings in like these different shapes and stuff, and maybe they feel a bit more aged.
Do you know what I reminded me of?
Most of it.
Predator. Is it Predator 2? Danny Glover, where it goes to Predator shit, the bit where she goes into it. Yes, and then there's the dog, very much like Cenobites. And she's running away from his dog in it.
But I can't believe he hasn't directed more. I mean,
is that by choice? Or?
Well, he still does special effects. He did the gruesome effects from It Follows. There wasn't much in it, but what an absolutely... There's a death with the piano. The beginning, right? You've got a lizard Snake Man.
Snake Man.
You've got someone turning into a tree.
Yeah.
A skeleton climbs out of the body. I mean, it is just gross. Then towards the end, a piano. What? And it
Strings
sounds like
playing.
it should be. Do you know? It'd be easy.
Beheaded, yeah.
It would be easier to tell you what deaths were not in this film.
They
It
went
was
for
so. They went for it.
They went for it
They
big time.
swung and they hit this one out the park with the gore and the gruesomeness.
You can tell.
And the film went. I love the structure that it went back to. It went full circle. It went all the way back to another party at the end where he says to someone, "Do you want this party to be like known for the ages?" He's like, "I know a really great party. I'll have to be as good as." And it just goes. It's just you've got the soldiers, the like statues.
Statues just come alive. The samurai and the,
Oh wow! I mean, there's a lot to like here. There's a lot to like.
there is a hell of a lot.
Anything
of
you
fun
didn't
to
like? Any dislikes?
I mean, if I'm going to have to put a dislike, to me, there's some really questionable CGI which doesn't hold up. Certainly
Minimal CGI.
yeah, there's minimal.
Minimal
but
CGI.
It really did. And the thing is, though, this film, the practical effects are outstanding.
Outstanding.
And what gets me is, why not just do it all practical? I mean, the scene with Kane Hodder as a security guard, and then he goes, "You can come through me," or "I'd like to see you try and get past me or go through me." And then the Jin goes, "All right." And then turns around, and just the way he like throw. I just thought I didn't like that bit, and it's because they've basically been hitting home runs with the practical effects.
There was only one practical effect I didn't overly like is when the Jin first comes back into our world and he has like the
Baby.
really thick. Yeah, I think he looks a bit robotic-y there in a way, but I like it. But the design doesn't quite fit with the rest of the feel of him. But I mean, I'm talking minimal.
So that it's minimal. I'm just being okay. I'm gonna have to put one out there, and to me it was the shits.
Do you know what's really weird? I don't even. I like the fact it owned its time frame. I mean, again, talking like horror bits, but there's a bit where he rings her on the phone, and I was like, it's like Scream, but it felt so great.
lot of fun.
Yeah. So do you want a vampire? What's vampire in pumpkin? This.
Yeah. So I've decided. Well, as you will see with all my overviews, I've not done halves. I've decided not to do halves or shitty pumpkins or watermelons or whatever the fuck or butternut squashes you've always thrown in there.
To be clear, I am doing halves. And I am doing butternut squashes.
I know, yeah.
Although I got that from Harold, Stay at Home Harold, Halloween Harold guy on Twitter who always puts a little comment up. He commented on that.
So I'm gonna have to give it a solid, highly recommend. Go watch this fucking fantastic movie. 4 pumpkins out of 5. I can't give it 5. If I was doing half.
So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give it 4.5.
Yeah, cool.
4.5 pumpkins every day of the week, this movie.
4.5.
Do you know what? I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I actually really want to watch this again really soon because I think it. You know.
You're not going to do a 5, are you?
I don't. I had so much fun with it. I'm giving it 4.5. But I think on another watch, if I have as much fun with this, this is going into my top horror films.
Oh.
This is going into my top 20. I loved it. 5 pumpkins! Last minute! 5 pumpkins! I'm doing it!
Fucking hell.
5 pumpkins. I thought it was great. I loved it.
You couldn't
It
give
was
Jason
plastic.
X5.
It was plastic fantastic. There was plastic bits
fantastic.
everywhere. God,
There we
I
go
loved
then.
it. Yeah, there we go.
Went balls out there.
Balls
5, but I
out.
gave it a solid 4. So there we go.
9 pumpkins.
9 pumpkins.
That's a high scorer.
That is a high score
Well
of
then.
Wishmaster. Right, so there we go. There's another one in the bag. Only a few more left. So, yes, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. It's free. It don't cost you anything. Do it. You know.
I wish we had more subscribers. You know what's going to happen now? I'm going to be shooting myself and everyone's going to watch it as a snuff movie or something like that. You can just we'll have the subscribers, but I'll be dead with my brains at the walls.
No, I painted it.
Cool.
So there we go. Right. We'll see you again soon.
Peace.